Dear Pixie, you asked us. Last week I was supposed to attend an event, but I could not go to the event in the end due to a last-minute unexpected situation cropping up, and I had to change my plans. I later discovered that there had been an accident at this event and some people were injured. A psychic told me that I was protected by synchronicity and that it was not my destiny to be there. Is this true? And if so, what about the other people that did attend the event and were hurt? Are they not as protected as I am? And if so, why not? What is the case when it comes to their destiny? Can you please explain to me how this works? Each of you are incarnated with a blueprint of reality mapped out before you. A plan, if you will, of what you would like to experience, or rather what your soul needs to experience. This is a simplified and basic explanation, but suffice it to say, there is a blueprint or plan in place. This blueprint will be a quantum blueprint, meaning that there are several timelines you could choose to experience within the one overall blueprint. It is based on reality, and your reality is not finite, singular, one-tracked or linear. It is infinite, multi-tracked and quantum. In your personal case, in a simplified sense, there was a timeline for you where you would attend the event, and another timeline where you would have to change your plans. These are not choices where only one resulting action takes place. They both take place. It is just that in a linear sense, your consciousness only remembers experiencing one of those resulting actions of your choices. There are individuals, many of them, on your planet who hold memories of both resulting actions of both choices. They remember both timelines. They remember these timelines before they actually live through the experience. However, we stray off track with this comment, yet it is significant enough to warrant a mention here. The psychic who told you that you were protected by synchronicity is speaking truthfully. However, the protection and the synchronicity she speaks of is simply an interpretation of the remote viewing of the timeline where you did not attend the event. She told you that you were not supposed to be there. This is also correct when you look at destiny and fate. Yet destiny and fate are also quantum, and they are intertwined with free will. Therefore, it was both your destiny and fate to experience both timelines in different realities. For every thread, every branch within your blueprint is experienced by the true you. For you are a multidimensional being undergoing a quantum existence. It is only the linear aspect of consciousness that experiences the either-or of reality. Therefore, your memory of this particular branch of your blueprint is that you experienced the choice, the timeline, where you had to change your plans at the last minute and did not attend the event, and therefore you were not in the vicinity when the accident occurred. Therefore, this was your destiny and your fate, and you were therefore protected by synchronicity. It was your free will, the free will you experience within your physical reality, that was the directional force into that particular destiny. Free will is plentiful and abundant, yet it is also non-existent within your reality, depending on paradigm, perspective, experience, and action. The other individuals that attended the event also hold pre-incarnate blueprints. They also had branches or timelines taking them into the path of this event, and thus the accident, and they had branches or timelines leading them into other places and situations. They too, just like you, hold several destinies and fates. They are therefore just as protected and hold just as much synchronicity influence as you do. In some cases, all timelines lead to the same event. This is known as a node point or convergence of timelines. This is a most complex subject that we can only briefly touch upon within the scope of this transmission. Suffice it to say, what actually influences the free will choice is the state of being within the body-mind of the individual at the time of the fork in the road. The fork in the road being the choice between two different timelines or destinies, which is directly influenced by the state of being within the body-mind of the individual and the choices and action taken within the physically experienced reality thus far. What we are saying here is, you influence your destiny. You are directly responsible for the destiny that you experience. It is not random. Yet the choices are not made in quite the way that you may perceive them to be made. The choices are made from the minute you incarnate into a physical body. In fact, the seed points to these choices are made long before your actual incarnation. Each blueprint is intricate in its complexity, simplicity, and beauty. We would refer to these blueprints as the Matrix. Perhaps we could call this the cosmic matrix, the divine matrix, the source matrix, or the matrix of self. Whichever label you choose, the matrix is the blueprint of reality and it stands as the true you. Therefore, the best way to explain what happened to you, rather than saying you were protected by synchronicity or destined to be elsewhere other than in the path of danger, though true from the multidimensional perspective, we would more accurately say that you were simply more tuned into your matrix at that moment than other individuals were who took the pathway or timeline that led to them attending the event and moving into harm's way. Each individual holds the same matrix, for whilst there are an infinite number of matrices, in truth, there is only one matrix. This matrix is not a separate aspect outside of you, controlling your destiny while you sit back and helplessly and passively take the ride. Neither are you alone as you do your best to control your reality without any higher guidance or assistance. The truth is, this matrix is both outside you, guiding you, and inside you as you, making the choices. Free will and destiny walking hand in hand as one. Each matrix is unique, and nothing is done to you. You are not a helpless victim, but a participatory creator in your reality. Having said all this, we speak from the multidimensional and higher perspectives here. The perspectives of the dimensions within the fifth and beyond. Within the third dimension and the linear reality, the truth is very different depending on the situation. There are cases where infiltration takes place from one being towards another. And this will lead to individuals having their destinies and their blueprints cut short, if you will, by others. This is infiltration of a most negative nature, and it is an atrocity from the third dimensional viewpoint. From this perspective, there are victims of others, and this is just as much truth as saying there are no victims. A paradox will always be found when one decodes the different perspectives and truths within the different dimensional fields. Yet it is these paradoxes that lead you into expansion and thus truth. It is because of these infiltrations that are currently occurring on your third dimensional linear planetary level that we connect with our conduit to assist you to move into enlightenment and ascension. For the more of you that think and act within higher dimensional experience, the more you anchor that perspective and consciousness upon your planet Earth, and thus raise your entire physicality, planetary and humanity, into a higher dimensional state, making you immune from infiltration and atrocity on the third dimensional level. It is the belief, indeed it is the knowing of the Matrix and what it is and your place within it, or as it, that will assist you to do just that, make you immune from infiltration and atrocity. We see that this awareness is growing exponentially and at a fast rate during your current time period, and we will continue to do all we can as we work through and with and as our conduit during these current times of challenge and transformation upon your planet. You are being showered with so much love from your friends in the skies above, if you will, and from the enlightened beings on the ground. Continue with your asking of the questions that lead to the knowings, moving you into the 0 point of connection, integration and unity. You are doing so well, and your team of light grows ever larger and ever stronger, despite the chaotic presentation of your third dimension. Remain tuned in to the North Star, the alignment to light and thus your matrix, so that you may always be in tune with the timelines and choices and destinies that you have already made and decided upon. And know that the future for your planet, where all are aware, connected and unified within peace, creativity and love, stands as a branch within the Earth's matrix. Those that see this future and remain connected to it and aware of it, and remain connected to and aware of their matrix, also remain connected to and aware of the Earth's matrix. We refer to this consciousness as the Gaia Matrix. Know that if you remain at one with this Gaia Matrix and hold the vision of the crystalline and golden future of peace, love, light and unity before you, then that is the timeline your consciousness shall experience as you go forward, experiencing and embracing the multidimensional and the linear path simultaneously. We are the white-winged collective consciousness of 9. What is the Matrix? Who are the Masters? I, Magenta Pixie, am so very pleased to present my first book, channeled from my guidance system that I refer to as the White-Winged Collective Consciousness of 9. Discover the true story of our origins as an energy system, how we lost the original template for our destiny, and how we are now in the process of remembering those lost codes. Learn how humanity may reclaim the sovereignty which is rightfully ours, bringing us back into wholeness, integration, and full understanding of who we are, what we are, why we are here, and what we are here to do. Spirituality, metaphysics, and science merge as the sacred geometry, known as the language of light, is downloaded and decoded. The realization and activation of these ancient codes for a new dawn of man is an alchemical process available to us all. Now is the time that collectively we move forward into a fully conscious ascension and embrace the new archetype of Master of the Matrix.